Alright, it's been about 2 months, 2 months since I talked about my, what do you call it? That sand, the diatomaceous earth. Yeah, it's been about 2 months since I've done that, and I show you the plants. I didn't upload the video because a bunch of stuff happened with my computer. I bought a new computer because my old one broke, and I've been really lazy to, reinstall my software and all that stuff. Anyway, I want to show you an update on my hydroponic lettuce. Actually, it turned out better than I thought I could ever do. So here it is. Alright, so I pulled 3 lettuces out from my diatomaceous earth container up there, and this one had the best root system. I actually have a problem with the diatomaceous earth. I think that I need to find a way to sift it out, because once it's time to pull out the roots, it'll break them up. And as you can see back here, even though this lettuce is the same age, it's smaller because I had to keep it in the shade because the roots were nowhere near as good as this one. So I really wanted to protect it, and so I mean, this is how big it's gotten. It's been attacked a little bit by animals or whatever, and I'm gonna grow these, and I'm gonna grow these in like a big tub. Have maybe like 6 or 8 different lettuces growing, and I thought these were. I thought they were the ones that grow heads, but they weren't. They're just, I guess it's loose leaf. I guess I made a mistake or something, but either way, they still look pretty good. And I guess I'm going to give you guys a little garden update. I haven't done anything for 2 months. Well, I've been busy working, just taking care of things. So I've just been letting things grow on their own. I mean, not much has happened in the garden, so I'm just going to show you a couple little things. Okay, this right here is a volunteer. I can't believe it grew the way it did. It is an amazing little volunteer. It's a goldenberry plant. I believe it's either Aunt Molly's or I forget the other name, but it tastes like the pineapple one. It's really delicious. Unfortunately, it's got a couple of signs of those little red mites, but whatever, no big deal. I'm happy to even grew like this. Let me see if I can show you something here. I know there was one out here that was popping out with a little berry on the side. Oh, there it is. It's not golden yet, but it will be later. My papaya trees. This one had a little, it was grown in a 2-gallon bucket, and it has the dirt that went with it, and it's growing decently. And these were directly planted into sand, and I don't know, they're doing good for being grown in sand. I don't expect them to make it through the winter, because last year my huge papaya tree it went to shit. Okay. Here's my Jujube tree. I mean, it's been like this for a couple months already. It's looking good. It's not in bad health. It's just not growing because I guess the pot's just too small for it. I'm gonna have to transplant this because it's just, I want to see it grow. And I've been having bad luck this year with the tomatoes. I mean, all these are the tomatoes that grew in the bark. I mean, that's successful as far as the growing goes. But I've been having, and it was a lot worse before. I had a lot of those moth worms, and they've been eating it, and they're still eating it. And for whatever reason, I don't see any flowers. I mean, I see a couple developing, but then they disappear. And I noticed my neighbor, he has tomatoes he grows every year, and I don't see any tomatoes on his little patch over there either, which I find strange because by now usually I have tomatoes. Or he has tomatoes, which is really weird. My pineapple, someone told me that I need a female pineapple to grow it, but I mean, I'm gonna give it another few months, or actually another year. Just see what happens. Maybe something magical will happen. Alright, This is my rosemary, or lavender. But anyway, I want to talk about the tomatoes. So even though they're growing in bark, they look pretty decent. They got pretty big. I mean, some people might not like the idea of growing in bark. As long as you have granular fertilizer or whatever, it'll do fine. You just gotta keep the worms away, which is what I'm gonna do in the future. I'm gonna buy a Thoricide, which I had some, but I didn't have a container to mix it. Don't want to spend any extra money right now because I'm kind of tight on cash. Some papayas that I didn't plant because I had too many. Okay, now spinach is looking terribly because I don't water it. I might resurrect it later on. My Mamie tree looks terrible. I don't take care of it. I haven't been doing anything. One thing I want to show, which is really cool actually, is I purchased a cactus. This is I forget what it was called, but it's a prickly pear cactus, the purple kind, and it finally sprouted up an extra pad. It took like 6 months, and yes, I'm aware that this little container is really small and not a good idea really, but I didn't really want to put it in the big pots at first, and it's finally sprouted for me, and soon I'm going to transplant it, and hopefully in a couple of years I'll get some nice prickly pears. And one last thing, whatever. Oh wait, this is not the last thing, but it's one of the last things. I know I showed you guys a long time ago that I was growing shit, what is it called? It's called a Moringa tree. Well, look how big it is. It's like, it must be like 8 feet tall or 9 feet tall. It's huge, and it's growing in a little pot. I need to transplant it into the ground somewhere, but look at it. It's huge and it's beautiful. Maybe it's too bad it's not that bright right now, but it's a beautiful little tree. Well, pretty big tree. And I've seen many videos on Moringa in the past, and I was very curious about it. And it tastes great. It tastes like alfalfa or something like that. So this is what it is. It's a nice tree, and I'm having a hard time focusing on it because the sun is kind of blinding me. But yeah, it's an awesome tree. It's very nutritious, but I believe you get lots of different vitamins and minerals and all that kind of stuff. And last but not least, it's my corn. Remember my corn video if you've been watching my videos? Okay, the only thing I made a mistake about was that I, you know, for these 5-gallon pots, and I knew this when I was doing it, I was just hoping for better results, is that you know, you need to plant just one. Well, I need to plant just one per bucket, and I'm going to do that after a winter, because they're growing really small, but as you can see the corn starting to develop. They're going to be very tiny. Like these are like 4 inches or something like that. But you know what? It was just a test. I wanted to make sure that these corns would grow in my area, and they do, and they have in the past. Because the other type that I've grown, they just don't seem to want to work out, no matter what. Yeah, next time I'm going to grow them in a you know, 1 per container. And I got a couple other things that I don't really want to talk about right now because they're not really doing anything special. Oh, my trellis broke from all the wind and bad craftsmanship. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching my videos. I really hope in the future, hopefully when I have a little more money, to try more experiments. And I'm going to make a better effort to do more things because I've been missing out on a lot of gardening. I haven't been able to do it. And you know, I'd like to get back into it more seriously and stuff. So see you guys later. Bye bye.